Two parameters go into finding out your next leader. One, you find a spark in a person. You find that this man is capable of carrying the team along. This person is capable of leading the team along. The second parameter is a very critical parameter, is how well you are performing in your existing function. Unless you are performing quite well in your existing function, getting promoted to the next level itself is definitely questionable. 9 out of 10 times we get the first criteria right. However, when it comes to the second one, somebody has to essentially do very well in his existing function, and that carries him to the next level of leadership. That's where the challenge arises, when we carry the cognitive bias of that function along with us to the leadership position. So we not only carry the experience of that particular function, we also carry the baggage of that function to the next level. Theme of the masterclass is primarily to focus on that aspect of leadership, of how do you develop a holistic perspective of the business. How do you bring in a growth mindset into your leadership person? How do you look at leveraging digitalization in your leadership person? How do you become responsible not only to your shareholders but also to the planet and the society you live in? How do you look at it as something which is a growth driver and not simplistically a compliance mechanism? And how do you carry your team along in this whole journey? How do you understand your financial impact of your growth? And how do you understand and leverage the risks associated with this growth path? And look at the customer perspective and the stakeholder perspective by sharpening your leadership skills through design thinking. And finally, how do you communicate this to your team, and how do you carry the team along in the whole journey? The series has been conceived with an experience of more than 3 decades of consulting and with active inputs from leaders from the industry. Your masterclass is a class conducted by an expert to another expert. It is a class where a master shares his experiences and perspectives with someone who already knows the subject, who has a reasonable understanding of the subject, and who is getting into the next level in his journey. It is an 8-module program spread over 8 alternate weekends. Each program will be for 2 days of 2.5 hours each. The program will be handled by people with 2 to 3 decades of experience in consulting, organization, and academics. For each module, there will be one thought leader to share his experiences with the participants.